So welcome back to the channel on my Lambretta GP125. Today we're going to talk about how to ride the bike, the controls, turn on off the stand, how to change gear, and generally how to ride the bike with it being a manual gearbox. And this will be the same for all the old scooters, the Vespas, the Lambrettas, LMLs, all those really. So let's get started. So we should start with getting the bike on off the centre stand. One tip first of all is don't want to be seeing anybody sitting on the bike with the centre stand down. Just the centre stand, no good at all, so we'll have none of that. Take the bike off the centre stand, handlebar straight. You can use your left hand if you want to give handlebar straight, but that's all you need to do. Best not do this when it's running as well, otherwise you might engage gear. Don't be doing that. So your left foot stops the foot bike going forward. You can either push the bike forward by using the back of the seat, or if you've got a handlebar, backrest using the grab rail. And then because it's got quite a strong spring, use your right foot just to stop it banging up in the bodywork, although it does have a rubber stop underneath. So left foot stops the foot bike going forward, handlebar straight, push the bike forward, bring your right foot over, still good. To put it back on the centre stand again, the important bit is handlebar straight and you don't have the engine running. You have both feet on the floor, both pegs on the floor. You've got the bike if you need to. Again, you're going to just use your left hand to keep the handlebar straight. And you're going to pull back on the seat. Don't need to use your hand, but you should do really. I was just showing you the way. That's it. Nice and simple. Let's start with the control that is similar on all scooters and bikes, and that's our right hand controls. We have the main one, I suppose, is the throttle, which is twist operated. Go faster, slow down. And the front brake, which is lever operated. When you apply your front brake, apply it and then squeeze it. Don't just jam it on, or the front wheel will probably lock up and it'll come off. So the front brake, operated by the lever. As you apply the lever, it's cable operated. And I have a reverse pull system on this one, and it just applies the brake drum shoes on the front brake. Now, with this being the older style scooter, we have a manual gearbox, and this is our gear change system. We have a clutch, similar to motorcycles as well. Left lever is usually the clutch, which allows you to change gear. And on this one, we actually twist the hand grip to engage gear. Now, I don't know if you can see or not, but I've actually filled in the indents for the gear numbers with a bit of paint, a little marker, so I know what gear I'm on. But really, the scooter tells you what gear you're in by the noise. If it's too noisy, you need to change up a gear, and if it's bogging down, you need to change down a gear. So that's in neutral at the moment. And the re-brake on the scooter is operated by the foot pedal. A bit like a car and a bit like a motorbike, I suppose. Operate with the right foot. Simply press it down to apply the re-brake. Release it to release the re-brake. Now the re-brake, as it is, it's foot operated. As you apply the pedal, you see the re-brake just being applied at the rear there, and the rear drum. So out on the road, the braking is mainly with the front brake. In good conditions, as the conditions get worse, or the road surface gets worse, you put more pressure on the rear brake, less on the front, just so you have less chance of locking up the front. If you lock up the rear, you can normally recover. If you lock up the front, it normally goes and you hit the deck. So apply and squeeze. Same with the rear brake, apply and then just squeeze. Now on this scooter you've got the ignition key just here. I've slightly rewired the wiring on my switches, so I have lights which is all the way around on the key switch, and then main beam, dip beam, and I have indicators on this one. Slightly different to some bikes, and I have a horn which just works only when the engine's running. Fuel tank on this vehicle, there's no fuel level gauge, but if you release the rear seat, there's my fuel level gauge, and then there's the fuel tank, and we're about halfway between full and reserve, so we've got plenty for our little trip. On my bike, the ignition just needs to go to the first slot, but any of them will be starting up. The last slot is the light position. So to start the bike, we need to put our petrol tap to on. That's on. All the way down is our reserve. This is our choke, which goes all the way down. That's our taps sorted for starting the bike. Fuel's on, choke's on because it's cold. The ignition's on. Kickstart now. Nice sharp kick down. It's a bit cold, so the engine's still a bit cold. On mine, you do have to have it taken over for a while before you take the choke off. But to simply stop the bike, you turn the ignition off. So as previously mentioned, this is how we change gear. We're in neutral now. To move into first gear to set off, we would pull the clutch in. We would twist the grip down, and then we would, as we increase the throttle a little bit, we would let the clutch out to a biting point just like on a car. A bit more throttle, let the clutch go a bit further, and we're away. And now in case we're going up through the gears, second, third, fourth. This is the fourth.
We're in neutral. To set off, it's clutch lever in, moving to first gear. We see the one line up with the little mark I've got on my headset. Bit of throttle, looking forward. Now you want to listen to the engine, so let the clutch out. Now here there, just starting to bog down a little bit, that's your biting point. As that happens, just give it a bit more throttle, then let this lever out a little bit more. So we'll go through that again. Lever out until it bogs down, bit more throttle, let the lever out gently, and we're away. Right, we'll turn around to that one more time. So, clutch lever in, twist to first gear, find the biting point as the engine bogs down, bit more throttle, looking where you're going, don't look down, just listen to the engine, bit more throttle, let the lever slip out nice and easy. And we're away. Into second, lever in, close the throttle, twist past neutral, bit of throttle as you let the lever out. Now letting the lever out past that biting point is what we call slipping the clutch. And again, just as we come to a stop, into first gear. It's a bit awkward on a bend, always pointing the bike at a slight angle the way you're going to go rather than doing a 90-degree turn. Find the biting point, bit more throttle, slip that clutch lever, straight to second. Same again in the third, and same again in the fourth. That's it. Now as we're coming down, as we're slowing down to a bend, right, we're slowing down, we'll just close the throttle, clutch lever in, into third gear, let the clutch lever out, and accelerate through the bend, and then the fourth. Oh no, right, we're slowing down, so top tip is to go down through the gears, clutch in into first. Be great if you can stop, but sometimes you have to stop. So we're in first gear with the clutch lever in, clutch lever out, slipping point, more throttle, in the second, same again in the third, and same again in the fourth. So that's how to change gear on a Lambretta Scooter. Obviously the automatic ones, there's no gauge, it's a lot easier. Not so much fun though. Right, slowing down, close the throttle, apply a little bit of front brake if you need to, lever in, clutch lever in, into third, let it back out, same again into second, good look around, and in the third. We're in neutral, clutch lever in, into first gear, find the biting point, hear the engine bog down, the bike wants to move forward, increase the throttle, slip the clutch lever out, nice and gently, come to a stop, rear brake, pull the clutch lever in, same again, bit of throttle, you can feel the bike moving forward, then slip the lever out as you increase the throttle, clutch lever in, close throttle, twist, pass neutral in the seconds, and then this lever action can be nice and fast from then on. So we go to third, just remember we close the throttle, change gear, open the throttle. As we're slowing down at speed, we'll use the front brake, that's the best brake usually. No throttle, just changing to third gear, accelerate through the bend. Now in the fourth, so close throttle, lever, twist, let the lever out, increase the speed of the engine by rotating the throttle. Alright, as we're slowing down, we close the throttle, pull the lever in, engage third gear, leave the lever out. Same again as we're slowing down, a bit of rear brake, lever in, engage seconds, lever out, bit of throttle, safe to move around the roundabout. We can just slip that throttle a little bit. And the third. Fourth. As we're slowing down, close the throttle, cover the brakes if you need to, lever in, twist back into third, lever out, bit more braking, lever in, seconds, and lever in just as we're stopping in the first gear. First gear is quite difficult on the scooters because your wrist is quite bent, and operating the lever can be a bit tricky. Thankfully the lever operation on this is nice and smooth, nice and easy. So we're starting first gear, have a look around, increase the revs, let the clutch lever out gently, slip it past that biting point, then we'll change in second, go past neutral, let the lever out nice and gently but whilst increasing the throttle. Third, things happen a lot quicker. There's no need to find that biting point in third, you just change gear. Coming to fourth, so we're going to close the throttle, pull the lever in the same time, and then twist the hand grip. Let the lever out as we increase the throttle. Slowing down, close the throttle, bit of braking, into third gear, clutch out, in the second gear, clutch out, go around the corner. Now at slow speed you could just slip the clutch on the biting point a little bit if you're more comfortable, like this, just on the biting point, so you can rev it and the clutch will keep a nice constant speed. And that's it. Thanks for watching, see you next time and keep the faith.